Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's quickly in at the point guard for the Cavaliers. The big men on the floor for them, Mobley and Allen. Harden out there with Mitchell. And it's Merrill in at the three. Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While lottery teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. The drive by Barnes. Onside, Barrett. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. With time running down in the shot clock.
And what awareness from Barrett. He knew he had all the time he needed.
Barrett against Mitchell. Harden outside. We play just over a minute here in the first. Off target at the rim. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Cleveland with the ball. And having starred in a six-man role in New York, Tim Emanuel quickly has been handed the keys in Toronto.
Well, he certainly has, Kevin, and he's got the contract to match it. You talk about confidence and determination to prove yourself. That sums up quickly. You know, Barnes was waiting on that shot. All he needed was for the ball to find him.
Mobley outside. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
All the way up. The beard. Well, those were 2 loud points.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Ingram deciding where to go with it. No good that time. Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Heat. Down low. And slam dunk by Allen.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Quickly finds Pirtle. And here is Ingram. Misses the 3. And here is Mitchell. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Cleveland. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Oh, and the jam by Pirtle.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Bryant is checked in for Cleveland. Ellis comes in for Sam Merrill. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now here's Harden. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Now here's Mobley. After R.J. Barrett's miss. Yep, that one goes.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ingram outside. Inside, Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes getting an opportunity at the rim, and I know that put a smile on his face.
Ellis outside. Back to Harden. Mobley, a screen on Barrett. Harden against Barrett. And stolen by Barrett. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's now 7 points for Barnes.
And Barnes putting on that hard hat. Using that size in close to get work done.
From deep Harden. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Barnes outside. Pass to Murray Boyles. For 3, Barrett. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Now, here's Mitchell. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. Now Ellis. He's covered by Ingram. 5 to shoot. For 3, Mitchell. Bryant. No dice on the putback jam. Shot from the wing. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
So on the floor for Toronto to start the second quarter. They've got Grady Dick. Walter out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And Murray Boyles in at the center position. Stolen by Quickly. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys?
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Schroeder finds Allen. Down low. And easy 2 points on the layup. Allen's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Three-pointer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
There's Schroeder. Still without a basket. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Sam Merrill comes in for Max Strus. And James Harden subbed in for Keon Ellis. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Grady Dick. Here's Barnes. He has 7. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Now, here's Quickly. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Pass to Murray Boyle. Fires the 3, and Emmanuel Quickly hits from deep. Quickly's got the lead up to 3 now for Toronto. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Raptors.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And here is Ingram. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. 6 to shoot. And that one, good. Quickly's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Mitchell in for Dennis Schroeder. Then for the Raptors, Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. And Barrett subbed in for Walter. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Tomlin. Mitchell outside. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Here's Mitchell. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Bryant. On the clock. Ingram with the steal. From downtown, the rebound by Merritt. The Cavaliers trail by 4. To the middle. Outside Bryant. Cleveland moving it around. And here's Harden for 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pass to Barnes. Here's Barrett. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post, and no good that time.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Back to Mitchell. It's Bryant, top of the key. Pass to Harden. Inside. And finished off by Bryant.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 9. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Harden kicks to Mitchell. Mitchell buries the 3.
Heady pass by the Beard, finding his teammate for the triple.
Ingram outside. And Barrett with the basket on the assist from Ingram. And the Raptors lead by 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front. They're up by 1. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm alongside Kenny Atkinson. Coach, what might you do to adjust going into the second half?
Well, first of all, shot selection's got to improve. If that doesn't improve, it's going to be a long night. But, you know, if we do get a good shot, we got to get back on defense. I think our transition defense, we're leaking too many points there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they've been just solid at times. And at other times, they've been awesome. Fun team to watch when everything's in sync. Are they a true championship contender? We'll see.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
The Raptors with the lead. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Harden out there with Mitchell. And it's Merrill in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels.
Toronto shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Raptors, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And Barrett gets it to go.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
The kick out to Mobley. Shot clock at 5. Harden against quickly, and the shot is good. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
How about the effort from Harden, pushing past the contact inside?
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Quickly, a screen on Mobley. Mobley against Barnes. Mobley with the block.
And whenever Mobley is out there on D, you have to be aware of where he is.
Mobley a screen on quickly to the inside. And Mobley throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Ingram left side. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram.
And this is Brandon Ingram at his best. Catch and fire. Great look right there.
Mitchell against Barrett. Shoots from 14. Kicks it out to Harden. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
The first free throw is good. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
And both free throws good for James Harden. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release. because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
That's a terrific decision right there. Ingram surveyed the defense off of that screen, but eventually called his own number.
Harden finds Allen. Now Mitchell. The kick out to Mobley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. He's checked in for Cleveland. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. 5th, the Raptors.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
There's 1:59 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Raptors moving the ball around. Barnes against Mobley. Just 3 to shoot. Good D by Mobley.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Ellis finds Harden. Over in the corner, Allen. Back to Harden. Mitchell outside. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Ingram outside. Inside. Barnes down low. Covered by Mobley. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Cavaliers, Tomlin's checked in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. Then for the Raptors, Hamu Kelishvili is checked in, and Grady Dick subbed in for Ingram. Now here's Schroeder, still scoreless. Pass to Allen. Here's Mitchell. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Ellis against Dick. They set the pick. Shoots. Can't nail the jumper. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So the Raptors 5 right now. Emmanuel quickly out there with Walter. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 spot. And that one's good quickly.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Cavaliers leading. Harden the pass to Bryant. Here's Merrill. Pass to Tomlin. Back to Merrill. Kept alive. The 3 from Harden. That one misses. Raptors shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. It's stolen by Bryant. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. So it's Toronto now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Stolen by Harden. Ellis on top. Pass to Bryant. Now, here is Harden, quickly covering. 4 on the clock. Merrill can't hit. And so quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 1-point game. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. There's a good screen. Quickly looking it over. Over Harden. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Cleveland, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Pass to Tomlin. It's Bryant, high post. Here's Merrill. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
And the Raptors can't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Ingram comes in for Dick. Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
We need you to get up for your head through hotball. Let's go.
For Cleveland. Mitchell comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them 3-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Lobbed up there for Allen. Just 5 to shoot. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Toronto trailing. Quickly.
And something I've noticed about Emmanuel quickly is how much his passing has improved and his movement off the ball. He's just a much smarter player than when he first came into the league.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
That free throw, no good. And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Harden outside. Here's Merrill. He's covered by Ingram. It's Allen. Harden. And did the three.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Now Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Mitchell. Now Pirtle. Stolen by Allen. Harden scanning the floor. Shoots the three. Another chance. The shot is good!
And look at how ready Allen was to fight for it. He's willing to go to battle for his team.
Here's Pirtle. Now Barrett. 4 seconds left. And it's sent back by Allen.
When attacking the rim, you have to account for Allen because he is more than willing to meet you.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Merrill on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Pirtle there for the rebound. Here's Barnes. And stolen by Mobley. Mitchell from 19. That one goes.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Ingram outside. Now Barrett. Now Pirtle. Barnes looking around. Pocket 4. Now Pirtle. It's stolen by Allen. Fast break. Here they come. And so they foul intentionally. Harden outside. Mitchell is double.
Well, that's just Barnes right there. I give him all the credit for that activity defensively.
Ingram fires. It's in.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Points are an absolute must here.
And they need to continue to play with urgency. Well, that's just a clutch shot from Barnes, and it's what his team expects from him in these moments.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throw. What a move by Brandon Ingram. He looked calm under pressure.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Donovan Mitchell taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Ingram up top. He's defended by Merrill. Ingram outside. No good from three. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
James, night in and night out, this team comes ready to perform. What does this win say about your collective focus?
We've had that same mentality all year long, you know, whether it's bad record teams or guys in and out the lineups. We just had a mindset all season that this year is going to be special. So, you know, no matter who it is we play, we go out there and just try to compete at a high level and win as many games as we can.
It's about you, not the opponent. You got that right. Thanks, James.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, James Harden.